Hello everyone, this is Hanalog with something a little different today, as opposed to just putting up stupid videos. This one is actually useful, quite useful indeed. Okay, so I have before me an LG model number LG-VS910 smartphone that has been through some sort of trauma. For one thing, the moisture indicators are both red on the battery and the phone. So I know that wasn't my fault. I definitely did not get the battery wet. I may have exposed the phone to moisture by sticking it in the freezer. And yes, sticking electronics in the freezer can repair them sometimes. And I would like to emphasize sometimes the reason this happens is because of the cold temperature reversing CMOS diffusion. Crystalline CMOS diffusion. For more questions, I don't know, just leave a comment or whatever. Any rate, so what happened is that the phone stops charging. That's actually a built-in feature from LG, from what I've heard and doing a little research on the internet, not being able to find a video on how to fix this problem, so this is my video. Any rate, the fruits of my work, my kind of girlfriend, well, this is kind of my kind of girlfriend's daughter's phone, and she gave it to me, and now she's been wanting it back for almost a week, but she has issues managing her schedule and answering her phone sometimes. So I got to hold on to it a little longer, and me being a curious guy and fiddling, like to fiddle with gadgets. As you can see, I managed to find a little hack around that. And so, I'm going to turn on the phone. There we go. Got a little vibrate. Now it's booting up. And while it's doing that, I'm going to go ahead and show you what's up. Now, this is the battery. Okay, there we go. And as you can see, there are 4 connections on it. One is the high voltage for charging, the other is the low voltage, or the ground, or whatever you want to call it. It's a 3.7 volt battery, and I put 2 markers for the other 2 terminals. So the shtick to tricking the phone is to block off those 2 connectors. And, well, what better thing that is non-conductive than cyanoacrylate glue, also known as super glue. I'm sure other glues would probably work too, but this just happens to be nice and convenient, you know. Basically, you just use like liquid, or the liquid drop thing. Like, let's pretend these are the terminals here. So you would just like very conservatively put a drop on there, and definitely wait till it dries before you install the battery for reasons that are altogether too obvious. So there we go. Voila. Magical phone works. Does all its wonderful things that phones are supposed to do. All that jazz. Any rate, so yeah, the error that you would get would be in the middle of the screen. There would be a gray display box saying like invalid battery, or only use genuine battery, power off, and then it keeps flashing and flashing and flashing to the point where you can't do anything with the screen and all that. because it'll literally keep flashing on and off, and it'll do it until the phone dies. Anyway. That's someone's personal message. That's the shtick. Now, what to do about the little issue with the phone not charging through its standard USB port over here? Because I've tested it, this particular damage to this phone has made it so that the high voltage portion of the USB connection does not make it to the battery. However, the ground does. I don't know what good that would do, but so here's how you have to charge your battery, and this is pretty funny. You have to do it manually. Now, if you know anything about electronics, a higher voltage will try to be met by a lower voltage when charging a battery. So, all you gotta do is find some kind of adapter or charger for something different. It doesn't really matter. Or you can splice your USB thing and use your multimeter to determine the 5-volt rail, and then craft some wires. We got these here. Twisted them, put a little solder on the end so they stay twisted and make a nice little connection with the battery. And in this case, you have to take the battery out and actually force those into the thing. I intentionally stripped them a certain way so I know which one is the high and which is the low. I'm probably going to be nice and paint it red for my kind of girlfriend's daughter. And return it. This charger is for a Motorola Razr V3i, by the way, but it puts out 5 volts, so 5 volts is higher than 3.7, obviously. So, when you connect it, it actually charges the battery, and you get the magic of a phone that's basically been tricked into working. Oh yeah, another note, I forgot if I'd mentioned this earlier. Doing this makes it so that the phone cannot tell how much charge is in the battery. So you'll just have to use your brains on that one. This phone's getting blown up. Oh gosh. I'm going to have to explain to a bunch of people that I am the repair guy. But at any rate, I hope this video was helpful to you all. And as always, have a good day.